What's up guys, Tony here with High Tech Check. Real quick, I just want to thank everybody who subscribed to my channel and commented on my last video. Your support means so much to me. I would not have a channel if it wasn't for you guys out there. You guys freaking rock. And for all you guys who are just now joining us, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my videos so I can continue to bring you guys these great reviews on these awesome products. So without further ado, let's get into the unboxing. Okay guys, so here it is, the Samsung Gear S3 Frontier Edition T-Mobile version. I know you guys have been waiting to see this just as much as I have, so here we go. Look at that, there it is. This thing is beautiful. Got the all metal bezel. Very smooth action. I'll put that aside just for a second until we look at some of the other stuff that comes with it. Here we have all the paperwork. We don't need to see that. That's not what you came here for. Here we got the micro USB adapter. Here's your charging dock. It's slightly bigger than last year's Gear S2. Here's the wall wart. And looks like one extra band. All right, Samsung, couldn't give us two. Unbelievable. Well, there you go. Your one extra watch band. Hopefully this doesn't break. And that's it. Okay, guys, so here's the watch. I went ahead and took all the plastic pieces off so we can just go ahead and take a look at it. So I can tell you right off the start, it is gorgeous. The action of the rotating bezel is so smooth, and the notches help it even more. Unlike last year's Gears S2, it was very slick, and the action was pretty smooth, but it's not as easy as this is. Now the face is also a little bigger too. This model has a 1.3 inch screen, whereas the Gear S2 had a 1.2. Not much difference, but for me, it's a little nicer because I like the bigger screen. And I also have a regular watch here for a little comparison. So you can see this year's model has a built-in speaker and a microphone. So it's exactly as thick as the Gear S2 3G version was. There's no difference there. But as you can see, my regular watch that does not have a speaker or a microphone is just as thick, if not a little taller, than the Gear S3 Frontier Edition. So size should not be a huge factor here because it's just as big as a normal watch. Let's go ahead and start it up, and I'll put it on my wrist to give you a little comparison to see what it would look like. So here it is on my wrist. I have fairly thin wrists, and the watch I don't think looks that big. I think it looks quite nice. So for all you who have, smaller wrists out there, this is pretty much what it would look like on your wrist. If you're a woman, minus the hair. Very nice. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and go through the setup process so you guys can see what it's like to set it up for the first time. Now, Samsung stated that if you didn't have a Samsung phone, you were limited on some of the connectability. So I'm actually going to be using a non-Samsung phone so you can actually get a little idea of what it would be like. I have a Nexus 6P. Last year, I was having problems with some of the connections because I did not have a Samsung phone. So we'll see what happens this year. Now, first off, you're going to have to download 2 or 3 programs to get this working. One is going to be the Samsung Gear Manager. There's going to be a Samsung Gear plugin that you need to download. And there's also going to be another Samsung connectivity app that you need to download. They're not that big and they shouldn't take that long to download, but you're going to have to do that first to get these things to sync up. So I've went ahead and done this prior to the video so you can see. So here's the third one, the Samsung Accessory Service, the Samsung Gear, and the Samsung Gear plugin, which is not on here. But those are the things, the 3 apps you need to download if you don't have a Samsung device. So let's get this set up. Turn on the Bluetooth, go to the Samsung Gear app. So we're connecting to the phone right now. We should see a little, there we go, confirm passkey, pair, check mark. It should be fairly painless. I had to go into the at&t store the first time because T-Mobile didn't have it in the store. And when I was at T-Mobile checking out their Gear S3, I paired my phone up to it just to see how smooth everything went. And it seemed to pair up just fine, even though I didn't have a Samsung device. So it takes a few minutes for it to set up. All right, and then you're going to go ahead and go through some of the things that it tells you here. Turn the bezel clockwise. Turn it back to view the watch face again. Turn the bezel counterclockwise to view notifications. Press the back key to go to the previous screen, which is the top one here. Swipe down from the edge to view the status info. Swipe up from the edge to hide it. Press your home key to view your apps. Home key is the bottom key. Press again to go back. Cover and touch the screen with your palm to turn off the screen. And that's it. You're all done. Excellent. So there it is. What a beautiful screen. It's an AMOLED 1.3 inch with Gorilla Glass SR Plus. It's a different variation of Gorilla Glass's normal glass version. Now, as far as the build quality of the watch, it's superb. The rotating bezel is metal, as well as the top of the watch is all metal. The only portion that's plastic is the backing. Now, right there you have your O2 sensor. The watch band is made of a soft rubber. Feels really nice on the wrist. Very flexible, not stiff. And it will take any standard 22 millimeter watch band, so you don't have to use ones by Samsung, which is really nice. So now what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to make a call just so you guys can hear what the sound quality is like. Okay. All right, let's call T-Mobile. Because my wife's at work right now, so I can't call her. Dialing. Turn the volume all the way up. And as you notice, the phone does turn on.
All right, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm very good. What can I do for you?
So, I just want to let you know that I'm doing a YouTube unboxing of my new watch, and I was just calling to see if you would be able to tell me how the sound quality was.
You sound great.
Sound great?
You do.
Excellent, you sound good too.
Are you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited. The watch is amazing.
That is so cool. You're the first person I spoke to that's actually talked to me through their watch.
Awesome. Well, now you know what it sounds like.
I would just say, I mean, it's kind of like you're talking on a headset, but that's what it sounds like. It's very clear.
Very clear. That's great to hear. Awesome. So there you go, guys. An unbiased opinion from a T-Mobile representative. And I can tell you from my end, it was very clear. Now, the only thing that I noticed was when I was in the AT&T store and I was playing with the phone, I did make a phone call and it was on full volume, but if you're not in a completely quiet room, it can be hard to hear the speaker, especially if you don't have the watch up to your ear. So that's one thing to consider when you're making a phone call. Say if you're in the gym or something, you really might not be able to hear somebody on the phone unless you put the watch up to your ear. But other than that, if you're in a somewhat quiet room or someplace fairly quiet, it's very clear, it's very loud, and the person on the other end of the watch can hear you very easily, as you heard her just say. So that's it for the call quality. Now let me show you some different faces here on the watch. You will go to your app to download some of the watch faces, but it does come preloaded with quite a few of them. Okay, so as you can see here on the app, it does show some of the suggested watch faces that you can go ahead, and supposedly there's like 10,000 of them. So you'll use your app to download those. It's got some information here about the phone, or I'm sorry, the watch. But let me go ahead and show you some of the faces that it has in here. This one's really cool. So you just hold on the watch face. No. And then you just swipe to the left. Some of these watch faces do have more customization than what you just see on here. You just have to click on certain parts to change each one. It's pretty cool. Stylize. So you can change that one little option just by rotating the bezel. Got your battery percentage, the weather, steps. So that's pretty cool. So here's some of the settings. The style. Awesome. You can change your watch faces. Always on display. So you can turn this feature on and off, and basically what it is it keeps the screen on all the time, but as you can see, it increases the battery consumption and it'll decrease the usage of the watch. So I don't care to have the watch on all the time. I just want to keep it on like when I face it towards me, so like it turns off, because I don't have always on display on. I will keep that off. So notifications, background style, font, sounds and vibration, sound mode, vibrate with sound, no, volume. As you saw, I had that all the way up. Pretty good volume. Ringtones. Some stuff you can change on your device. Do not disturb, that's always nice. Especially if you're in a meeting or something. Display. Brightness is at 7. Auto low brightness, which is pretty nice. I'll keep that on. Screen time at 15 seconds. Calls. Call forwarding. Messages. So if you need to input something like a phone number, you can voice dial it. Just speak the number and it'll automatically type for you. Or you can type it in if you want. Connections. Bluetooth. So if you just want to have this paired to your phone, just have your Bluetooth on. Wi-Fi, NFC. Airplane mode. GPS. The next one I wanted to talk about was the power saving. Now this should greatly increase your battery life. Basically what it does is it turns everything black and white, and it limits the usability of the watch. But that's just in case you want to use just the basic functions of it. So everything now is black and white. It's very simple. Not a whole lot you can do with the watch. See, so you can't even really make phone calls. This is just basically if you want to use it for time. So we'll turn that off. And that's pretty much it. So here I'll show you a little demo of how sending a text works without having to punch in what you want to say. It's very convenient. So you just hit the message, you select who you want to send this to, and then you're going to go ahead and hit the microphone. Hi, how are you doing today? And then just send it. It's just that easy. So another really important feature I wanted to tell you guys about was the ability to receive phone calls and texts from your main number while your phone was not connected via Bluetooth to your phone. But the only stipulation was you had to have your phone on and somewhere where it can have service. So basically what you do is you're going to go into your phone. You're going to go into your Gear app. Now you have to have your phone connected via Bluetooth for this to work the first time. Once you have it set up, you don't have to. You go into Gear Connections and make sure you have remote connection checked. Now my watch is not currently paired via Bluetooth, that's why it's grayed out, but you just have remote connection checked. And then you have to make sure you go into your notifications, and where it says manage notifications, make sure you have your texting app checked. Now you don't have to use the stock messaging app like you did last year with the Gear S2. I have Textra, and it is confirmed working. I can receive texts from anybody and answer them on the watch. So I did have my Textra app checked. Right there, it's checked. So I just had my wife send me a text, and the notification came through on the watch. And there it is. You just tap on it. As you can see, I was using Textra. And you can reply to it. I love you. And there you go. So it is confirmed working, even though you don't have a Samsung device. So that was the unboxing of the T-Mobile version of the Samsung Gear S3 Frontier. I will be doing a full review after I've tested it over the course of 3 or 4 days. If there's anything specifically that you guys would like me to test out that I can, please leave me a comment in the section below and I'll make sure to incorporate that into my full review. If you guys liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.